Stability in politics and government is the key to attracting investors into the country. Hence, over the last 5 years, Papua New Guinea has seen an increase of businesses booming in the country. One such private institution is the Kina Bank, a company worth about 150 million Australian dollars or about 400 million Kina. The bank is listed on the Port Moresby and Australian Stock Exchange as the fourth major bank operating in the country. Kina Bank launched its new branch at Vision City yesterday. In attendance was the Governor of Central Bank of PNG, Loy Bakani, executives of Kina Bank, former Prime Minister and Chairman of the Kina Bank, Se Rabinamaliu, and the Prime Minister, Peter O'Neill. Mr. O'Neill was the official guest of honor at the event. Kina Bank's opening of its new branch is to attract new customers and expand vital services of its existing customers. The bank is engaged in both the banking sector and the resource sector. PNG has a population that is currently undergoing transition, and it has first generation of people coming out of a strapping traditional society into a modern society. This brings about a lot of challenges for our people. These challenges may include how to properly manage their finances, keeping up to the changing world of digitization, and of course having access to services the financial community provides. That is why both the government and the private sector need to work together in providing and supporting our people nationwide. Hence, Kina Bank's commitment to support the people manage their money and resources properly is very important. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill congratulated the bank for its commitment to continue support customers venture into small and medium enterprises. He said despite a global downturn in the economy, PNG has maintained its economy quite well. It was able to also readjust its budget to meet the falling revenues and even went to the extreme of extending the country's economic base. The political stability currently experienced must be maintained to give confidence to international partners to invest in the country. Shortage of foreign currency was well managed, with most of the developers preserving excessive foreign currencies overseas. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill said they have agreements with international financial institutions to ensure these agreements are fair and transparent for the good of the economy and the country as a whole.
We need agreements that are going to be fair to our economy and fair to our country, and we need to have some balance in that process. We are now engaging in discussions with these investors to enable retention of much of the foreign currency in Papua New Guinea so that we can be able to meet our immediate obligations as we see going forward. It must be a fairer, transparent, plain field, and we understand the investors' obligations in terms of dividend payments and, of course, loan repayments to their lenders. That is something that we can work through, but there must be a balance so that our economy does not continue to suffer.
O'Neill said changes that are taking place in the country have been recognized by world business leaders and partners. He said the 2018 APEC summit will provide an opportunity for investors to invest in the country with renewed interests.
The changes that are taking place in Papua New Guinea is certainly noticed by our global partners, global communities, members of the APEC community. When I asked the APEC leaders to support our desire to host the APEC meeting in 2018, it was agreed by all member countries because of the confidence they have in the new Papua New Guinea. Next year, thousands of delegates would come to Papua New Guinea in November. Of course, with them there will be leading businessmen and women from these member countries who will certainly be looking to Papua New Guinea with a renewed interest.
Mr. O'Neill hoped the Kina Group will continue to partner with the government of PNG to deliver financial services to majority of the people. The bank has plans for more branches across the country, with 4 currently in operation. 2 in Port Moresby and 1 each in Mount Hagen and Kokopo in East New Britain Province. Chairman of Kina Bank and former Prime Minister Sir Rabi Namaliu said the bank will continue to strengthen its partnership with the government into the future. He said the partnership is all about providing better, affordable and accessible financial services to the public. Kina Bank, with its new transaction concept, is eyeing a more convenient service for its customers.
I think if you see with this new branch today, it's not about traditional banking where we deal more with transaction type banking and people come in to line up to do transactions. The way of banking going forward in the future will be more about transaction banking will be conducted by your mobile phone, your ATM card, internet banking or by phone. Less and less people will come into the bank branches. And I think the modern new branches will be more about interaction with customers and where they can come in for a loan for education, a car, talk about superannuation, talk about retirement, all those things where they need to deal one-on-one will happen more in bank branches in the future.
The biggest challenge for the company over the years was the introduction of its ATM cards, which can now be used on all ATM and EFTPOS machines nationwide. The Prime Minister was the first to use his card after the launching of the new office branch. The ceremony was graced with the cutting of a cake, signifying start of operations at the new centre.